during the Deshaun Watson reign this year of the Cleveland Browns, there was a large contingent of the fan base, as well as, I think, the punditry, that he needed to sit and needed to see what Jameis Winston can do in the same manner of we saw what Joe Flacco did last year, right? I think it was a general consensus. I'm not telling any tales out of school, am I? Right? Well, right?
You're accurate.
Okay. So that day came yesterday. And unfortunately for Watson, it came because he was injured for the rest of the season with an Achilles injury. But honestly, the most popular player on a team frequently is the backup quarterback, right?
Always.
And the most popular guy in punditry is usually the head coach who's got a ring in his pocket and everybody thinks should be their next head coach. See Belichick, Bill right now. And Peyton, Sean. And also, previous to that, Cowher, Bill, who decided to say, I'm just going to sit here on the set and live my life. And so, many times when you clamor for the backup quarterback, you wind up, what?
Getting it?
Well, or on the other side, the FAFO?
Yeah.
Can,
Let me grab my
TJ's chart. Where is the chart?
Right here. We got the chart. See, sometimes when you F around,
you find out.
Eventually, you find out.
Yeah. And those who might not know what I meant, to quote Coach Signetti, Google it. But you got it yesterday, and when you get Jameis, you get all the Jameis, man.
That's what you want.
This was CBS capturing his pregame speech to the team before taking on the Ravens.
I believe. Me too. I believe. Me too. I believe. Come on. I believe. I believe. Listen, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what the Lord got for the Cleveland Browns. Come on. Okay? We don't have to see instant gratification. We don't have to see something good happen, folks. We got to believe. Yes, sir. We got to have that unwavering faith. Come on. I got that. Come on. All right. You got one opportunity. You got one opportunity. Yeah. Do something, man. And I believe in my crew. Hold with me. I want you to go. Family on three. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family. Believe.
Right?
I mean, I woke up feeling cheesy, Coach. Like, I'm fired up. That was awesome.
I mean, that was great because Annie Up was playing by MOP in the background.
Right?
So that song always gets you hyped. So I was sitting here bobbing like he was actually spitting bars.
Well, guess what? You know who else was believing or made to believe?
His team?
David Njoku, 5 catches, 79 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy was one of 3 Cleveland players of the season high in receiving yards. In Week 8, he had 79. Another one is Elijah Moore, 8 catches, 12 targets, 85 yards. Cedric Tillman, I'm going to go out on a limb and say is available in your fantasy league.
Cedric the Entertainer Tillman?
99 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. That's career highs. You know how many career receiving touchdowns he had entering Week 8?
None?
0. 0.0. Full Blutarski.
0.0.
And he had the most receiving yards by a Browns player in 2024, 99 of them. Oh, and Jameis Winston. How did he do? First Cleveland player with 300 or more passing yards, 3 or more touchdowns, and 0 interceptions since Jacoby Brissett did it in 2022, pardon me. Now then, he did have an interception absolutely dropped by Kyle Hamilton, who's an all-pro player who normally give him 9 more shots at it, will grab that one and seal the deal for the Ravens.
One of your sons, by the way.
But he didn't catch it. Nor did Zay Flowers catch one that went right off. Oh, pardon me, it was Aguilar? Or was it Bateman who had one go straight off his grill in the sunlight? Things happened.
Yeah, Bateman, I think. Yeah.
This was, and the Browns win. The Browns beat the Ravens.
Say that again?
The Browns beat the Ravens.
Yeah, they owe me some money.
And I'll tell you, man, the Browns defense was all over Lamar Jackson. Right? I mean, the Grim Reaper apparently went to some Hollywood makeup artist and say, make me up as the Terminator so I can walk into the building on our pre-Halloween game. And that's how Myles Garrett showed up to Cleveland, and he showed up like the Terminator and the Grim Reaper together, and they balled out. And the Browns win. The Browns beat the Ravens. The Browns snapped the Ravens' 5-game win streak. If the Steelers beat the Giants tonight, the Steelers are in first place entering Week 9. Jameis had this to say after the game.
Man, it's a white boy from Detroit that I really admire named Eminem. He said, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity lasts once in a lifetime. And I know I got a quote, Eminem, he from Detroit, he right up the road, but man, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that the Lord provided me with this opportunity. I'm grateful for my teammates, my coaches, and these amazing fans.
Yep. What do you think? Amazing, right?
It's amazing. It's amazing, too, because we've been talking about it for a month. I did it on Overreaction. All the other shows have been talking about it. Let's see what Jameis has got. Let's see how he looks out there. I mean, it can't be any worse, right, than what Deshaun's been doing. Oh, no, it was 100 times better.
And, Browns fans are feeling it right now, and rightfully so, because they thought this was still in them. They thought that they could have these types of moments if Jameis got out there, and this is not a slagging on Deshaun Watson. They thought that it could look like Flacco last year, and, and Stefanski did hand the play calling off, right? And but they also feel with the interception that got dropped and the easy reception for the Ravens that got dropped and the way that the Browns played, they think Jim Donovan, the longtime broadcaster for the Browns who just passed away, had a hand in it. That somebody was guiding the ship from above. And Jameis is that spiritual guy who can feel like he's channeling somebody else, whether it's Eminem or Jim Donovan. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
Right.
But crazy sometimes comes up with W's and eating it. Mm-hmm. And the Browns beat the Ravens.
Wow.
What another wild result from Week 8. The one in Cleveland. And then, who was also believing it? The Miz.
Yeah.
He came on and said they're going to win 10 in a row to finish the season. And right now, tell me what he said when we had him play the win-loss game from here on out. Tell me what he said was wrong. Here's what he had to say about the Ravens. Home for Baltimore. What happens this weekend?
We're at home.
Yeah, I know.
Baltimore.
You got Winston. You got Winston.
We do. And
Winston and
I don't
Hub.
I don't think they don't have tape on Winston this year.
No.
They have previous tapes long time ago.
Oh,
they don't have this year's tape.
He's going to sneak up on the Ravens.
Chubb is back. The rust is off.
And
the defense is going to be able to stop Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, who might be the MVP of the league, and the offensive player of the league is going to be Henry.
Yeah.
We're going to beat him.
There you go.
We're going to beat him at home.
It's a win.
We are going to beat him at home.
All right. And as soon as the game ended, I got this text from The Miz. That's one.
That's one.
Look at the time. It's
Like
4:17 Eastern.
As
Lamar's final incompletion hit the ground, my phone buzzed. He might have had it. I think he might have had it like set
locked,
up.
just like ready to go.
That's one. So with each passing Browns week, with Jameis starting, because by the way, he was named the starter. This just in. We're going to see if the Miz is right, because next up is Jim Harbaugh. He's going for both. They're going for both. Jameis is going for both Harbaughs. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.